beautiful people, divine souls. My name is Amanda and welcome to my channel, Find Feminine Awareness. If you enjoy what you see, hear, learn, please hit the like button, share, subscribe. Also leave a comment if you are guided to do so. For those of you that have been following me, been here from the jump, I love you guys. Thank you so much for trusting me as your tarot reader. Today's topic is super fun and interesting. I want to do something different. I think I might start posting a little bit more, guys. So, I just wanted to put that out there real quick. Today's topic, before I get off of topic, okay, I'm going to expose to you the real you minus the facade, okay? This is all about the shadow. And I didn't put that as the title because a lot of people don't know exactly what the shadow is, and some of my viewers might not know what the shadow is. So let me explain to you guys first and foremost what the shadow side is of oneself. This is the part of us that we don't tend to like, that has all of the bad traits, qualities, the not so good parts of ourselves, okay? And they're very much there for a reason. They're there for a purpose, okay? We're not going to dismiss them and act like they're not there, because they are. A lot of times we're in denial about these sides of ourselves, but they came through your life, one from past lives and or events, traumas, situations, people, places, environments of our past when we were a child, and then all the way up until now. Negative experiences. We've been conditioned. We've been programmed. So this is normal. Each and every single one of us has a shadow side. This would be like our ego. It could be like, you know how some people say we have the angel on one shoulder and the devil on the other shoulder? It's kind of like that. And like I said, we don't dismiss this part of ourselves because this is a huge problem in today's world. We don't dismiss the ego or the shadow self. We expose it to the light and we integrate and transmute it. We use that as fuel, as motivation. We learn that we are already whole and complete and perfectly imperfect just the way we are. None of us are broken, okay? Regardless of what someone has told you, it's bullshit. When you think like that as a human, it keeps you very small in victim mode, and we never want to live that way because we're powerful beings. We are full of so much light that any shadow side of ourselves, any egotistical ways that we have, any parts of us that we don't like or dismiss can be completely disintegrated by the light within you, okay? The light within you is so much stronger than any shadow self. So what we're going to do today, if you're brave and you want to go on this journey, dive deep into the rabbit hole with me today, y'all. We're going to expose what that shadow side is. Now, some of you may already know, and you have already worked this. You've been working on it. Some of you may have just started working on it. We will figure that out as we get into the piles, okay? Because obviously I have not done that yet. So the first step is to pick the pile you are most drawn to. And for this one, if you're drawn to more than one pile, that's okay. Also, if it's not resonating from the very beginning of the reading for you guys, or at least a few minutes into it, I should say, I do want you to pick a different pile, because that means that you picked the wrong pile or that the reading's not meant for you. And that's okay, because I want you to pick the right pile. And I'm also feeling a lot energetically that with this specific topic, I'm drawing in new viewers, and I really, really want to reach out to those new viewers. That does not mean that to my viewers that I have now, this won't resonate with you, because it absolutely will, okay? Open yourself up. Trust me, okay? Let spirit work its magic. We have base chakra 1, the color red. This will be pile number 1. We have sacral chakra 2. It is orange. This will be pile number 2. And the timestamps will be in the comments and also the description box below. We have 5, which will be our pile number 3, blue throat chakra. And last but not least, we have pile 4, which has the number 7, purple and crown chakra. All right, guys, so take your time with this one, okay? Take a couple of deep breaths with your intention. Ground yourself into Mother Earth and let your energy merge with mine, merge with this reading, so we get clear, accurate messages for your highest good or better. And so it is, y'all. I'll see you in your pile. Bye. Ooh, okay. So pile number 1, hello. I am going to expose the real you minus the facade. Are you ready? Let's do it. First of all, my pile number 1s. You Do not trust yourself fully when it comes to making money or being stable, having a stable foundation and doing things by yourself all alone, okay? And this stems from something that you learned. This was a learned false belief and a learned behavior. This is something that maybe as a child, your mother or father or whoever your caretaker was, your guardian, your legal guardian was, made you feel like there wasn't enough in the world, okay? Like there wasn't enough abundance for everybody. And this is completely false, for one. But through the years, okay, you have attained this false belief system, which keeps you in this kind of energy of scarce, not enough, possible poverty, not being able to do things alone, not being able to be independent, feeling like you need to depend on somebody else. Could be a little bit of codependency there, okay? I did need to go ahead and just get out that first, because that's what this card basically is representing. That's the message that I'm getting. Now, the facade that you put on, though, is that you are able to do these things and you carry yourself to the outer world that you are doing these things successfully, or that you can do these things successfully. But behind closed doors, you actually struggle with this. And pile number one, what I need you to do is first affirm that you are worthy, whole, and deserving of everything that you desire. If you were told otherwise, dismiss it. It's bullshit, okay? I need you to also affirm that there is more than enough for everyone, okay? And there is more than enough abundance for you. If someone else can have it, so can you. Whew, I told y'all, pile number one, it was going to get deep, okay? And also for some of you, a small percentage of you, you felt unsafe as a child. You grew up with a negative environment. Sorry for bumping that. You grew up in a negative environment that made you kind of feel somewhat unsafe. It didn't necessarily have to be your parents. I'm getting some of you were bullied. You were picked on from a child. So you grew up thinking that the world was just not the prettiest place. And of course, we live in a world of duality and polarity. Everything is perception. Everything is mind. This is not to say that these things didn't happen, because they did. They're valid. Your feelings are valid. But it's unfair to you to perceive the world this way, because yes, those things do happen. These are no longer happening to you now. So you are also carrying a huge part of your past with you now, in the here and now, in the present moment, pile number one. And this is beautiful, because I feel like some of you did know this, but for some of you who maybe weren't aware of how much this actually does affect you now, and it affects how you make money, and it affects how you live your life, okay? We can bring this to your conscious awareness for healing. We bring it to the light, we transmute it, and we thank it, okay? We thank the ego for reminding us, because at one point in time, you had to remind yourself of this because it served you somehow, some way in the past, okay, when you were younger, but it's not anymore. So you got to nip this pattern in the butt. Know that it's no longer serving you. So thank it for serving you, for being a part of your life at one time. You can even do it right now. Close your eyes and just be like, thank you. Thank you, ego. Thank you, shadow self, for exposing this to me so I can be brought up for healing. I thank you for all that you have done, and you are no longer wanted or needed here, and I release you with love, and so it is. Okay, just affirm that, pile number one. Affirm that and believe that. Do it as much as possible, as much as needed, okay? As much as you feel like you need to do it, until you finally kind of feel that release. And guess where you're going to feel it? You're going to feel it at the base of your spine, okay? So some of you could be having some digestional, did I say that right? Oh man, what a funny way to make a serious moment like not so serious anymore, right? I think I might have said it right. Anyways, you know what I meant. Y'all know I get tongue-tied, and if you don't know, now you know. So, anyways, you could have some issues also with reproductive organs, okay? Reproductive organs here. Also, not feeling safe sexually. There could have been some sexual abuse in the past. This will not be for all of you. It will be for some of you, okay? Sexual abuse here where you are not feeling safe to fully express yourself as who you are. I feel like some of you who are who may be bisexual, lesbian, gay, whatever that is, or trans, okay? Some of you feel like it wasn't safe for you to express who you are as a being, minus the gender, okay? Whether you're male or female, you didn't feel safe to express yourself sexually, or you might be coming out of this to where you are just now getting to the point of being able to openly express yourself sexually without guilt and without shame, okay? You're coming out of this, or you're about to, because you have listened to this reading, okay? Which is total point and intention. So pile number 1, for those of you who have came up out of this energy, I love you so much. You are perfect in my eyes. And kudos to you. Your spirit guides are saying that you did, something that so many people are struggling with and are having a hard time doing, and you did it. So you are actually, for those of who this is resonating with, you are actually showing the way for those like-minded individuals like you, okay, who feel like they can't safely express themselves sexually on a soul level, regardless of gender. And this is whether you want to be seen as a man or woman, or if you prefer not to be, or if you were a man and you would rather be seen as a woman, or if you were a woman and you'd rather be seen as a man now. It goes all of those ways, okay? Whatever resonates, put that where it fits, okay? We don't force fit anything here. And like I did say in the beginning, guys, if this is not resonating with you by this point, go ahead and pick another card, okay? Because you will not receive any message of value in this reading if it's not for you, okay? And that's okay. It's all love. But with this reading specifically, I wanted to make sure that if it didn't resonate, pick another pile, because there is a pile for you, I promise, okay? Boom. That much energy I channeled, you guys, just through that one card. Ooh, it's about to get real. Not like it didn't already. Ooh, thank you, Spirit. I'm taking this too. Okay, so don't mind my chicken grease burn, y'all. It was like the weirdest thing. Frying some chicken. It's pretty funny because it looks like one of my like symbols, my spiritual symbols that that I'm doing some cool like meditation work with. I took it as a synchronicity, whatever, but I won't be frying chicken anytime soon. All right, so pile number 1. When you grew up, when you were growing up, I feel like you were jealous, okay? And you envied a lot of people because you just, at that time, I'm getting around the age 6 or 7, okay? First of all, you were around a lot of people that lied to you and you didn't like it. This could have been immediate family or just, like places that you had to go, such as school, aftercare, something like that. Family members is what I'm getting the most. Your shadow is showing me. And also, pile number 1, you guys are not so much denying your shadow, okay? Pile number 1. My pile number 1, you guys are aware of your shadow. But I feel like you're still learning on where it came from and how it became your shadow, okay? So that's what we're going to get to right now, pile number 1. Your shadow self over time was accumulated by just being around a lot of deceptive energy. Maybe people even were jealous of you. I feel like you were a good physique. You had a good physique, and other people in your family or whatever, they just didn't like how you looked. They were jealous, okay? Just straight up and down, they were jealous. So you learned this behavior from a young age, because I feel like naturally you came down into this planet. I also feel like you're not from here. I feel like some of you are starseeds and light workers. It's not what this message is about. But it came in and I'm going to honor the message. Anyways, carry on. Pile number 1. From a young age, you didn't understand why people thought and behaved so negatively. And you were put into an environment, into a home where there was a lot of this. Okay? So you had an advantage from a young age because your soul, your spirit is of a higher vibrational energy. And you knew better. It's kind of like you were a little bit awakened already coming in, is what I'm saying, basically. You were destined to be successful and get through your shadow, whereas all your other family members, a lot of them, not all of them, okay, are still stuck in that energy of deception and envy and just low vibrational frequencies. You got up out of there. You came up out of it. You showed them how to be the light. And I feel like they didn't listen. A lot of them didn't listen, okay? And your light was dimmed. Your light was dimmed. So this is what your shadow is bringing up for you. Your shadow is a lot of loss for self-love, a lot of loss for self-respect that was stripped and taken away from you. at a young age, okay? And so you may find that now you're struggling with really learning to accept and value who you are truly, okay, on a soul level. Not this person who you had to, and even we have this person wearing the mask. From a young age, you saw that you had to put on this fake facade for the world to love you and accept you. And you were like, that's bullshit. Why should I do that? Because you shouldn't. And you were right, and you followed your intuition, because I feel like you did it, but you did it, you had a fake facade. Like, your facade is so when you wore the mask, you wore the mask with intentions of wearing it. You know what I'm saying? You did it just to blend in so people will leave you the fuck alone. That is so beautiful, pal number one. So right now, Shadow is coming forth to say, listen, I did that to protect you, okay, to keep you safe, but you got this habit of still doing it. You don't do it always. I feel like you do it mostly with your family. And like I said, you're coming up out of this, okay? Because as you have gotten older, you've built that spiritual strength, your connection to God, your connection to source, to the creator, to divine. You have that connection. That connection never got lost. It almost did, but it didn't. And you also are finding your tribe, okay? You're now finding, or about to find, like, your tribe, the true people, your soul, deep soul connections, okay? That you really wanted, that you've always wanted, that you didn't receive. You're getting those now, and it's because you have found the shadow self, okay? This facade that you put on. You've realized that you did this. You did it from a young age. You realized it. It's kind of like, how can I explain this? You tried to run game on the game, and it worked for you when you were younger, but now you find that it might be backfiring a little bit, because these false beliefs that you tried so hard to push away, and this facade that you put on, you tried really hard not to absorb it as your own being, but you did unconsciously. And that was just through doing the same thing so much that the brain does that naturally, if you see what I'm saying. Does that make sense to you, pal number one? But like I said, your connection to source is everything for you right now, pal number one, because you're healing this and you're coming up out of it. You're learning how to follow your heart and what's best for you, not what's best for others. And also, I feel like you went out of your way a lot to try to help your family, and they just didn't appreciate it. And this is a huge reason why you didn't feel like you belonged. And you also felt you're so much of a giver, because that's naturally how you would be towards somebody else. So you expect people to be like that in return, okay? And that has been a huge reason why you don't necessarily haven't felt, like you belong, like the world, is meant for you, that you can do things on your own, because naturally you like connection. You want connection, okay? And you're going to learn your most valuable lessons through relationships, but the most important of them all is the relationship that you are going to form with yourself. It's going to get deeper and deeper and deeper, and you're going to fall so far in love with yourself, it's not even funny. And I feel like you're going to have cycles of this where you do this over and over and over until you finally grasp it, because this is causing financial constraints. Somewhere deep down inside, y'all, you don't trust that you can go out and make money on your own, okay? See this? Okay? This is something that you're focusing way too much on. And I see a lot of travel for you. I see some of you are traveling too much, or some of you aren't going and doing things enough, okay? There is this stuck energy. So for you, pal number one, I want you to do root chakra healing. Root chakra healing. And if you would leave in the comments that you're pal number one and you need me to send you those things, I will be more than happy to send you the root chakra mantras, frequency music, and guided meditations to listen to when you fall asleep. So you're not going out of your way to get this healing, okay? Also for you, going out to nature is key. Barefoot. Go in nature barefoot. Go in nature barefoot. It removes things that do not serve our highest good, toxins, okay? And it puts antioxidants into your body. This is scientifically proven. If you don't believe me, go ahead and Google it. I promise you will find that to be 100% accurate. Gotta love when science and spirituality, they merge. Magician and the mirror. Yeah, you're so magical. You're so powerful. People look at you and they're like, damn, this person is just glowing with all this light. All right? And because you are, and listen, you're your own worst enemy, pal number one. Goddess of the moon. You're very connected to the moon. You have the right of way to magic, pile number 1. If some of you were thinking about practicing or just looking into it, start with a book. Let your spirit guide you, because you're very connected to your intuition, okay? You need to remember first, pile number 1, your intuition is on point, okay? You're great at listening to spirit and following your heart. The only problem is that you get in your own way because you doubt the messages that you get. You doubt yourself when you should not ever do that, okay? Don't doubt yourself, because you're on point, pile number 1. The only thing standing in the way is you, honey. And look, I love you, and you deserve all the things that you want, okay? I see that you had to struggle. You had to struggle a lot growing up, okay? Things might have been hard, and you saw, you saw the ugly parts of life. I feel like some of y'all either had physical fights with family members, and some of you also were hungry, like starving at points in your life when you were children. And that makes me so sad. I'm gonna cry. Lord, y'all, I swear. When they get serious like this, I'm going to cry. So I got to deal with this, so do you. I'm okay, though. I'll get it together. So, yeah, it was just you're having these financial constraints because of what you experienced when you were younger, not having a lot of money, and times were hard for you, pile number 1. Oh, my God, I love you guys so much. I was homeless before when I was a teenager, so I can relate to stuff like that, being hungry. And but as a kid, though, I can't relate to that. That's a whole nother level. So, and I do see for some of you guys, it could have been, as a young adult, but I see for some of you, this is when you were a child, you were starving sometimes. God bless your soul and your family, But like I said, your soul chose to come here and experience this because you had to bring that family line, that ancestral line that you were born into, needed light. If not, then I feel what Spirit is telling me, look, as I said that, the sun, you are the sun for your family. I feel like family members in your family would be dead today if it wasn't for you being born. That's huge, pile number 1. Like, I could end your reading right there alone. Ah! Oh my gosh, you guys, what in the world? Please subscribe, share. Okay, Wheel of Fortune, your luck is about to change, honey. Why? Because you're integrating the shadow. You're integrating it. You are doing the work. You are self-reflecting. You are healing. You're healing, pile number 1, okay? I love that for you. I love that for you. Please comment, okay, pile number 1, so I can send you those root chakra stuff. There's root chakra meditation, mantra, and frequency music. It will help so much going out into nature barefoot, okay? I don't want these readings to be too long, so I'm going to leave it at that. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, for trusting me. Pile number 1, bye. Pile number 2, what's up? So you picked the sacral chakra. Now, this is all about emotions. I feel like pile number 2, you guys are my water pile. Could be in your chart somewhere. You have a lot of Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces in your chart. Top 3, sun, moon, or rising. Okay, if you don't know how to find that information out, you can go to astro.com, put in free chart. You need to know your date of birth. Very important. Okay, so pile number 2. I am going to expose and reveal the real you minus the facade. Are you ready, pile number 2? So I can tell you right away, pile number 2. You may act on the surface or appear to others like you have yourself emotionally together. Or you may act as if you don't really have emotions. And this is beyond truth. What actually is occurring here is that you refuse to feel emotions to the point where they take over your life, or you just don't know how to handle them well at all. This could also be that you do not like emotions, so you avoid them, but you may find that they eventually come creepy crawling and catch up to you. Okay. Also, another thing, I do have a scar right here, okay? It looks really bad. It is from me burning myself, frying chicken, and it's pretty cool because it looks like a symbol that I'm using to study with. It's kind of like a symbol that means God in Hebrew, I believe, and it looks like the first letter of it, which is pretty cool, but it looks gross, and I just wanted to explain that so no one thinks, saying that's not something crazy. That's just a accident, and it does not hurt. It's totally okay. Anyways, less of me and more of you, pile number 2. Yeah, emotions. You and emotions just don't get along. As far as how you feel, but the world looking on the outside in, okay, they think that you and emotions do very well, or they just think that you don't have emotions, and this is completely false. This is the mask that you wear. This is the facade, okay, that you just you give out, and it is sometimes, okay, I am going to say this, Spirit is telling me that sometimes people can see right through this, and this is going to be people who are spiritually evolved, they're old souls, they're empaths, they're sensitive, they can see right through that, and you also don't think that they can. Either that, or you do know and you dismiss it, kind of like you do a lot of things, okay? So I did say trigger warning, you know what I'm saying? This is getting deep. And I want to make clear also, if this is not resonating with you from the, like already right now, go ahead and pick another pile. This pile's not for you. We don't force fit, and that's okay. I set the intention that if it didn't resonate with you right away, that you just picked the wrong pile and you need to go pick another pile, okay? Thank you, love you. But if it is resonating, pile number 2, stick with me because we are diving deep into the rabbit hole. We're going to get into all the spicy tea, okay? So let's go ahead and see where this stemmed from, okay, this emotion. So what Spirit is telling me before I even get into everything, this one card's got a lot of information. I am an open channel to Spirit. Okay, so I just let energy flow, and it's coming in and telling me, like, first of all, you don't like authority. And also, this is something that you learned. It's a learned behavior, just like pretty much anything else in the world. Our shadow is always going to be something that we have created through conditioning, through programming, consciously or unconsciously. Normally it stems from our past. It can stem from our past life or our childhood, young years, stuff like that, okay? This is showing me that you grew up in a household where one parent, specifically a male, doesn't necessarily have to be, okay, just in that divine masculine energy, was very strict, very stern. This person could have been ex-military. They're very traditional, okay? I'm getting the long line. Excuse me, I had to clear my throat. A long line of just very stern males, like very traditional. They don't say too much, unless they have been, like, say they're celebrating or drinking or something, but in their natural sober state, they don't say too much. They're hard-working men, right? That traditional off balance false figure of what a man should be like, because that's not the case. You know, this is the kind of energy that says, you know, men don't cry, and you could have been in a family with like all girls, and you know, this father figure, or it could be mother figure standing in the masculine energy, just did not express her emotions, did not have emotions that you were able to see, and it hurt you as a child, because as a child, we want that connection. We want that energy. We need those emotions. We need love and acceptance from our parents. And I feel like this wasn't given to you. I'm getting the chills everywhere. And I did say trigger warning, okay? So if you need to take a breath, or, you know, if you're not ready for this, you can come back to it at another time. Because I do feel like this is stirring up emotions. Emotions that were suppressed, that you did not allow yourself to feel. For one, I feel like pile number 2, these are some skeptics out here. You guys don't really believe. You have like a hunch. You see and experience some things, but you dismiss them because you were probably taught, you know, maybe you were religious or something growing up, and you were taught like ghosts and aliens or things like that were foolish and silly, and you shouldn't you know, even be talking about them, just to shut up. And I feel like you were dismissed and told to shut up any time that you wanted to express yourself and talk, and this is terrible, pal number 2. I love you so much. I do want to say that you're worthy and whole, okay? And there's nothing wrong with you. You're not broken. And I say this to all my pals. I say this to all my viewers, because I know that some people are hurting, and the facade that we put onto the world, we put that facade on because we've been hurt, okay? We've been betrayed. We have been done wrong in some way, shape, or form. And this happens to us. Actually, I'm going to take that back and say it happens for us so we can learn and grow and become better. But some people do get stuck in the energy, and they're kind of stubborn, and they don't either don't want to move forward and feel and express those emotions, and that's why they stay stuck in that energy. So for some of you, pile number 2, you could feel that because you've suppressed and not really let yourself feel your emotions, or you just shrug them off and make them like not so big of a deal when they actually are a big of a deal to other people and even yourself. Because you put this facade on not just for others, but you also put it for yourself, okay? And it could be the reason why your creativity is low, okay? For some of you, fertility, this is why fertility is low, okay? This could cause fertility, an imbalance in fertility, whether you're male or female, low sperm count, or your ovaries and, you know, the proper cycle and flow of like your ovaries to kind of be off balance. Emotions has everything to do with that, okay? So you could feel a little stuck in that area, like energy is stagnant and just not moving forward. You're not able to conceive. You think that, you know, and there could be even, for some of you guys, a lot of you guys, issues in your reproductive organs or your stomach area. This is digestion, and this is similar to pile number 1. So if you were thinking about picking that pile too, go back and pick that pile as well. You can always pick more than one pile. That is totally okay. Take what resonates, leave the rest, never force fit nothing. Okay, for some of you, you have digestive issues. You're sensitive to certain foods. I am getting, so some of you can't have like lemons and oranges. You have that a citrus, what you call it? A citrus allergy. Lord, I can't talk. Anyways, this is common for me, whatever. Where was I? I got distracted myself. Okay, yeah. Or some of you need, for those of you who don't have allergies to these foods, you need to eat more like orangey yellow foods, like oranges, bananas, lemons, okay? Even wearing the color yellow, orange would be good for you. I mean, the color orange. And as far as the fruits, yes, those fruits will still help because the sacral chakra is like, it's orangey yellow. Sacral chakra is more, it could be, it just depends, you guys, it depends. It could be like an orangey red or an orangey yellow. So, you know, red foods probably could help too because they're intertwined, they're connected, okay? The root chakra, sacral, and the solar plexus, they're all intertwined. All of our chakra systems are. So, getting back to that, you are against authority. You prefer to take positions where you are the authority. You rather be like the boss or the manager. I feel like you have a hard time showing up on time, okay? And you have this facade like you are so responsible and you get everything done, but when it comes down to it, you don't. And this is okay. This is okay, pile number 2. Now, let's get deeper into what you got going on, okay? So, not only that, okay, I feel like there's a lot of jealousy within, you know, that, okay, I'm not going to sugarcoat stuff. You have a lot of jealousy within you, okay? You may see people, you know, that are not stuck in the energy that you're in, and it's not easy for you. On the inside looking out, you're like, well, why am I not able to be happy? You know, because I feel like you do struggle with depression, anxiety. Some of you even could be prescribed things, okay? And for a huge majority of you, if your medications are not working, they're not working, so you probably don't need to take them. That was a really big message for somebody, and I absolutely had an attitude with it. Not sorry. Because they're telling me that the sun is very beneficial for you, okay, and really just changing your diet. And some of them, some of your spirit guides are telling me that some of you need to stop doing drugs, okay, stop, because you show the world, not everyone in this pile number 2 is doing drugs, okay, but there's some sort of addiction here. This could be food, okay, this could be an addiction to food. It's just an overindulgence, and I do want to remind you that these feelings that you're in, you created them, my love, my beautiful pile number 2. You created them through anger and jealousy. Okay, and like I said, if this is not your pile, do not continue listening. You will benefit nothing from it, okay? Only if this resonates with you, carry on. All right, so like I said, pile number 2. Yes, if someone else can have it, you can have it too, okay? You also, there's a situation in your life that you need to walk away from that's no good for you, and you know it. And you know that it's no good for you, and yet you continue to carry on in the energy of it. So that's something to bring to your attention. Oh, that's so funny. So look at this. Second chakra, Second chakra. What a synchronicity. Okay. Also, for those of you who are trying to have kids and you're not fertile, okay, like some of you are infertile and some of you are actually very fertile. So if you're not trying to get pregnant, okay, you need there's more than one person watching this. Let me say that. So I'm not contradicting myself. That means that for some of you, you're having issues getting pregnant. So you would know who you would be, right? And it's like someone said it's hard for you, you can't get pregnant, something like that. Now, on the other hand, those of you who do not have this issue, you are fertile. And if you're not trying to conceive, you need to be very careful, okay? You need to take the proper precautions. I feel like some of you are giving away your sexual energy. You're just giving away. Like you lost so. Pile number 2. I'm gonna cry for you. Okay, you lost so much self-love and self-respect, and it's just like, and you. I don't know why you're doing this to yourself. Pile number 2. Off balance. So something that you're doing, eating, this is an action-based choice, okay? This is something that you're putting into your body that's really causing you to be off balance, okay? Also, the choices that you're making as far as who you're hanging around, they are keeping you off balance. They're showing me that you are choosing to stay for reasons that don't benefit you, they benefit others, and this is a decision that's detrimental to you because, like, you may put on this facade that you care so much about others, and oh Lord, pile number 2. You may put on this facade that you care so much about others, and the truth is that you put so much focus on others because you don't know how to put it towards yourself. But you have it within you to be a loving, caring person. You know how to do it. You give all that energy to others because you don't know how to give it to yourself. You have absolutely no clue how to give the love and the care that you give to others to yourself. Come on, pile number 2. Don't you know that you're deserving of love? Anxiety. Yeah. Anxiety, depression. I told y'all some of you might be on medication. Okay. So look, let's focus on solutions for you, pile number 2. Now that I feel like I've exposed you enough. Pile number 2. We need to do self-care rituals. We need to take time to ourselves. We need to be honest with ourselves. We need to allow ourselves to feel the emotions that we have. For some reason, you just refuse, and this is why you may have anxiety or depression, okay? And you're turning to outer sources. And like I said, there's another issue here. We have stomach issues, something going on. You have manifested physical dis-ease. I'm not saying disease, okay? I'm saying dis-ease. You have manifested physical dis-ease in this area here, okay? Because you're not listening to yourself. You have to learn to listen to yourself. You shut down anything that makes you feel an emotion that you don't like. And this is only hurting you. It's not helping you in any way, shape, or form. So I'm going to need you to have a complete meltdown. Number 2. Because we got overthinking, okay? And when it says already doing it, I feel like some of you are already crying, okay? Facing your true north. And I feel like some of you actually have recently or not too long ago realized that you do this. And you are trying to change it, but you're so caught up in like, I don't know where to start. I have no idea what to do because you're not trusting yourself. You just one thing, okay? One day at a time and do one thing. If you're doing something that you know is not good for you, then that one thing, okay, start with that. Okay? Because this will be a process for you. Healing is a process, but I feel like you're coming up out of the denial stage. The crumbling. What are you clinging on to? I'm going to tell you right now, pile number 2. Whatever it is that you don't release, Spirit is saying that you're running out of time and you're going to have a tower moment. This is not to instill fear from you. I'm doing this so you can prepare mentally, okay, and emotionally. If you don't take care of the things that you know you need to take care of, something is going to come crumbling down around you. It's not serving you anyways. So I feel like, and it's already starting to crumble, all right? But Spirit's going to make it to where it's like, I feel like Spirit has given you the signs over and over again and given you many chances and opportunities to make a choice for your highest good, and you've refused. So I say this with unconditional love, a little bit of tough love for your highest good, okay? That you make that choice and do what's best for you from now on, and stop putting others before you, okay? And allow yourself to feel those emotions. Going into bodies of water and taking bubble baths will be very, very, very healing for you. I want you to, when you take your next bubble bath, to use apple cider vinegar, baking soda, and Epsom salt. Put this in your bath and soak in there, okay? You might find that you get super emotional and you purge those emotions by crying, and this is good, okay? For you, pile number 2, a lot of crying. I feel like this is mostly female audience for pile number 2. Doesn't necessarily have to be. I feel like maybe 2 gentlemen are watching for the pile number 2. I do have mostly female audience. So pile number 2, I love you so much, okay? And if you leave a comment and let me know that you picked pile number 2, I will send you some stuff that you, in your comments, of sacral chakra healing frequency music, guided meditations, and mantras, okay? If you so do ask, pile number 2, okay? Subscribe, like, share, comment. I love you, bye. Hey, pile number 3, what is up? So you picked the number 5 for pile number 3, throat chakra and blue. So here is my nasty scar, okay? This came from frying chicken. It doesn't hurt anymore, but it looks terrible. I just wanted to like put that out there, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, it's not monkeypox. That's pretty funny. That was probably inappropriate, but oh well. Okay, so pile number 3, I am going to expose to you your real self minus the facade, okay, that you put on for the rest of the world. Some trigger warnings. Is going to get deep. I'm going to expose you for real, for real. I do want to say a reminder. Okay, take what resonates and leave the rest. If it doesn't resonate with you right away, I want you to stop watching and click on another pile, because this pile's not for you. I'm trying to make that as clear as possible, because you will receive absolutely no message, no guidance. You will benefit 0 if it's not resonating from you from the very beginning. I set that intention, okay? So go back and pick another pile. I promise there is a pile for you that resonates, but you'll know right from the beginning, okay? Pile number 3, right away we have, this is all about communication, okay? Communication. So your pile is tricky, pile number 3. I feel like the facade that you put on for the rest of the world is that you don't actually do, or you're not really about the things that you say that you are. And don't get mad, okay? Because for 1, I have no idea who picked this pile, okay? For 2, I'm not judging. And for 3, this is coming up, so we can heal this aspect, okay? There's a reason why, you know what I'm saying, you're not always honest with yourself and others. And we'll get into that, okay? If you stick with me and trust me as your reader, that my intentions for you are always for the highest good, okay? Because pile number 3, this is about not speaking the truth. And I do feel right away that in order for you, either in a past life or when you were a child, even through your teenage years, even in a past relationship, that it benefited you to not speak your truth, okay? Your truth, when you did speak your truth, it was shunned, it was suppressed. You weren't allowed to express yourself fully. You were not allowed to speak your truth. Some of you might have had really strict parents, or like, you know, you might have just said silly things, and or when you were telling the truth, people came at you like you were lying. So you created this aspect of yourself, this facade, this shadow version of you who's not your true self, because at one point in time it served you to be that, to do that, to say that, okay? You could have said things to be more likable, okay? Things, say that you do things just to start up conversation, because I feel, pile number 3, you are a very deep person, and I also feel like you're so misunderstood, and that's why you put on this facade. But the real you has a lot to say. You have a lot of wisdom. You're an old soul. You just have been silenced. Okay? Oh, man. Y'all, today's reading's been something serious. Today's reading's been something serious. This is also you not trusting yourself for some reason, thinking that the things that you say and do are silly. Wow, wow, wow. We have heart chakra. Pile number 3. You know, this is also, it also has to do with, first of all, I keep on saying first of all, like fourth of all, actually, fifth of all. You are going to be successful in healing this because you're currently healing matters around the heart. Things that hurt you regarding disappointment. I feel like there were times where you self-sabotaged and you didn't realize that you were doing it. Then you did some inner work. You did some inner spiritual work, okay? You self-reflected. You took the time to step back and really go like diving into the dark cave because you were wondering why you were doing these things. And there came a point in your life, right? Like I said, where it was serving your highest good. It made sense for you to do these things. But then you got older and you were like, well, how is this benefiting me? This is benefiting others, not me. You realized it was taking more than it was giving to you. Whereas in the past, it could have benefited you. Like you could have gained a friend by, you know, saying something that you would know that they would like to appease others. Being like a people pleaser kind of thing. Do you see what I'm saying, pile number 3? And what it is that when you remember who and what you truly are, which is what you're doing now, pile number 3, I want you to go ahead and give yourself a pat on the back and mad love to yourself. Give credit where credit is due, pile number 3, because you are healing this self-acceptance. You're realizing who and what you are, and that you're realizing that you dimmed your light for so many people for so long, and this could have caused you in your older years, as you got older, that you don't know which direction to go as far as what to do for money, like hobbies. Like you could be somebody who's constantly doing different things. You know, you might start crocheting, or you might like do skiing, or you might like do diving, and then the next day you want to climb mountains, or you want to skateboard. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't really stick with certain things, and if you do, you stick with them for a little bit, and then you just go to something else because you get bored. And what it is that you're trying to do, pile number 3, is you're trying to really find out who you are. You have this remembrance. You know that you're like a divine being of light. You know this. You know you're just having a human experience because I feel like some of you remember past lives of yours, and some of you could be aware that this stems from past life. Ooh, big message for you, pile number 3. Ooh, and the plot thickens. Okay, for pile number 3, some of you were silenced in past lives because of religious beliefs that you had. So some of you could have sacrificed as nuns or monks, and this is never for the soul's highest good, okay? The soul does not want you to come to earth and kumbaya in a cave of darkness to be close and connected to spirit, because back then we had the false belief system of thinking that source was outside of us, that God was something outside of us. And we now know that source is within us, that we are a part of it, okay? It's nothing separate from us. But it's a reason why you kind of put on this facade of being a people pleaser and just saying things to appease people, or, you know, not telling true stories, not telling the whole truth of something, and not always speaking up your truth, or saying that it could be something as you wanted to do this, but you're always doing what someone else wants to do because you don't want to speak up and say what you want to do because it's something different, okay? This is detrimental to your soul, and over time you have realized this, so you've awakened to this truth. You see the mask, this facade that you're put on, and you're in the midst of taking it off, okay, if you're not already. And what they're saying is that if you have done it already, now you're just healing matters around the heart. So you give yourself more self-love and acceptance. And I feel like a lot of you, you're diving deep into what is it that I want? What do I want? What makes me happy? Like, I came here on earth to play. What keeps me in playful energy? What did I like to do as a child? You're coming into this energy, and this is very beautiful for you, pile number 3, okay? Oh, I'm not taking that because that was sloppy. I am, however, I'm taking this. And the last one. Transformation, a spiritual union. Okay. So not only this, okay, you have a partner that you're with currently, okay, and for your singles, you have a partner that's coming in that's going to help you with this. It's going to be someone, a like-minded individual that you're sharing these things that you like to do with, because for some of you, you're with your soulmate, your twin, right now, and this is just a version of you that is a lot like you, okay? Or this person is coming. Within the next 13 weeks, this person will be coming into your life if they're not already in your life now. This is just a like-minded individual. They're your soul tribe. You're like, you had past lives with them. They are actually somebody who you can be yourself with, and I feel like the rest of the world, you feel like you can't. And I don't know, I wouldn't say this is, I feel like this is something that facade that you have with friends more, okay? This is a facade that you show to friends and like people on the outskirts looking in. You could act as if, you know, you're happier than you are, that you got your stuff together more than you are. And this is not a bad thing. This actually benefits us because they say fake it until you make it, right? You want to act as if you already have something before you have it. So this is not a bad thing that you do this. This is just the topic because it's what's the facade, you know, the real you versus, you know, the facade. So that's why I mentioned that. But this is benefiting you, right? Not the part where you're not honest to yourself and honest to others, but the fact that you're claiming blessings and that you're good, it's opening the door for you in the astral plane so you can manifest it physically on the earthly plane, if that makes sense, pile number 3. So for you, that's benefiting you. So yes, keep doing that, okay? This does not mean that if you're having a bad day, you know, saying act like you're all perfectly fine. Make sure that you're venting. You are venting and expressing how you feel, okay? Because I feel as before, you didn't necessarily do this. You kept a lot of things inside. You didn't have a problem with feeling your emotions like pile number 2. You have an issue with expressing your emotions, okay? And a lot of people will look at you and think because you are kind of you can be pretty emotional. I feel like you have, like, I'm getting like Gemini energy. Doesn't necessarily have to be, but it's similar to that, where you got like the two twins, right? They're similar but totally different kind of energy going on, where you're just can be one person 1 minute and another person another minute. So people think, or you can just like have a hot fuse, something like that. So people think that you can express your emotions well, but no, you feel them well. And but you're not good at like expressing them. You're good at letting them go too, I see. You don't hold on to them for too long, but it's how you're expressing them, how you're communicating how it is that you feel, what your needs are. That's where the issue lies, okay? Ooh, juicy, juicy. Oh, I'm gonna have to charge my phone, guys. Contract. Okay, so you are coming up out of contracts that you and someone agreed to have. You're learning your lesson. So we have basically, so for that is telling me that you're coming to the end of your karma, where so karma is something that happens in each and every moment. It's what you give out is what you get back, okay? You reap what you sow. And I feel like you're ending your karma and you're making what's wrong, what has been wrong, what is wrong. I feel like you're making it right, and you have been doing this for a while. Okay, and you're sending out love and forgiveness to people, places, and things that you had a hard time doing that with, okay? And you're going to start receiving your dharma, which is positive karma, okay? It's because you did the work. Okay, and we had adjacent possibilities, which is also telling me that you're so creative, okay? You're so creative, but, and I feel like you're the jack of all trades, but you just need to make a choice, okay? And start there. Try not to have too many things going on at once, okay? Because it scatters your energy. I want you to pick one thing and let that be your focus, pile number 3. Okay, that was a very strong message for somebody. Pile number 3, very strong message. Words of abundance. Okay, you have the ability to instantly manifest abundance by choosing powerfully positive words. Always describe your own and the world's economic situation in loving and optimistic terms, and that is what you attract for yourself and others. Okay, some of you are too caught up in politics and the worldly news and negative information, and it's lowering your vibration, and it's keeping you from vibing higher. Pile number 3. Okay, sorry, I have to grab that. Drop. This is like focus where you put your attention, okay? Focus where you put your attention, because what it is you're blocking abundance and blessings when you put your attention on negative things. I feel like sometimes you can get too wrapped up in worldly matters that have nothing to do with you, and you allow it to bother you and bug you, and it drains your energy, and all of a sudden you're angry, and then that will extend to like your kids or your partner or your parents or something like that. You see what I'm saying? Somebody in the grocery store, they're saying for you really need to make sure that you're focusing on positive only. Stop watching the news. Who cares what slow Mr. Who you know what is talking about, because Lord, don't get me started on that. But anyways, speaking of words, he can't speak words. He's worse than me. But anyways, you know exactly what it is that I'm saying, pile number 3, because you know what? Guess what? It bothers me too, but I can't put my focus there. You want to know why? Because the world has so much more to offer. Like, I have so many other things I can put my attention on, and that's all Spirit is saying. Focus on success, focus on love, focus on your blessings, focus on positivity. And this is also saying that you are sitting on an idea. And when I tell you this, that one thing that I told you that you're good at, that you need to focus on, this is what they're talking about right here. You're sitting on an idea that can bring you money, okay? And I feel like you have so many ideas. You have so many ideas, okay? Because the facade that you put onto the world is you're the jack of all trades, but a master of none. And I can say that because it's me too sometimes. I've just, I decided, I'm so creative too. And I got all this stuff that I do, but then, I'm the jack of all trades. But what am I the master of, okay? Become the master of you first, right? That's the first step. And then take this idea that you have right here, that it's divinely guided and supported by the same infinite wisdom of God that gave you the idea. It says, do not allow money concerns to prevent you from turning it into reality. Crowdfunding, partnerships, and other investments are available to help you. So I feel like once you put this idea out, this one idea that it's the one that you're most passionate about, okay? The one that you're most passionate about. Master yourself and then master whatever this idea is. Put it out to the world. You have to start somewhere. This is a creative idea of yours that you've been sitting on for a minute, but I don't see that you've been actively putting it out there. So this is the sign for you to actively put it out there, okay? Start honoring your truth. Stop being a people pleaser and do what you want to do, pile number 3, okay? I love you so much. Thank you for trusting me as your reader. I hope you enjoyed the message. Please like, share, subscribe, share with anyone who you think might benefit. I do personal readings. My information will be in the description box below. You can just leave a comment. Also, if you picked pile number 3 and you would like to receive some throat chakra meditations, frequency music, or mantras, leave in the comment section that you picked pile number 3, and I will send those to you, okay? Love you guys. Bye. Pile number 4, you picked crown chakra. This is purple, and we have the number 7. That was so crazy. I said that at the 7-second mark. Boom. So let's go ahead and get right into me exposing the real you versus the facade that you give to the rest of the world. My lovely pile number 4s. What we got going on for you is that you tell the world that you are feeling much better than and healed much more than you actually have, okay? So pile number 4, I love you with all of my heart, okay? This is just to bring awareness, and this is a no judgment zone. Also, unless you tell me, I have no idea what pile that you picked, right? Pile number 4, I want to first let you know how connected you are to spirit, okay? Your intuition is crazy good, okay? Your connection to spirit. Some of you are able to even like channel and get like downloads and messages, but I feel like you're not always trusting that, okay? For some reason, because I feel like you don't like the attention, okay? You are one of those people that always say like, I'm fine, I'm good, when really at the moment you're not. And I'm here to tell you, it's okay to not be okay. And I feel like as you're watching this, some of you are okay and some of you are really not okay. But you're still in that energy of saying like, I'm okay. And you could even be like literally lying to yourself, saying that you're okay. And this is detrimental to you, pile number 4, because how are you ever going to heal if you're not honest with yourself about what's wrong? Okay, so I feel like some of you might not like to go to the hospital. You might not like to take medications. And I can feel you on that, pile number 4, because guess what? I'm the same way. I like to have a more natural approach, but that's not to say I'm not a doctor, okay? I'm not to take, my advice is never to be taken over any doctor. But that's not to say that medicine and doctors aren't needed and they're not necessary, because they are. And some medicines absolutely do help. But I feel like you're very stubborn, pile number 4, okay? And your stubbornness is not the facade that you give off, because the world knows that you're stubborn, okay? But it is unnecessary because it puts up a block, okay? It puts a block up, and you may feel like you're a little bit stuck because you're not allowing yourself to fully receive. And I also feel like some of you are such givers. You're more willing to give, but for some reason, you don't want to receive from nobody. You don't want to receive blessings. And that's not necessarily a facade that you give. It's more like this is a facade that you give to yourself, I feel, more than others. Because I feel like when something's wrong with you, people can just feel it energetically with you. When things, when you're not feeling your best, like they can tell that you're acting like you're okay when you're not. So this facade is something that you're not giving to the world. You're giving it to yourself. So let's get into why, pile number 4, you're doing this, okay? Why are you putting on this fake facade like everything is fine when, well, first of all, I can say that you don't want to deal with it. Okay, there is a partnership here that you have not healed from, okay? Ooh, Lordy. Okay, so there's 2 different messages here, guys. Okay. Pile number 4s. This is a past relationship or even a current relationship, okay, that you're not being honest with yourself about. This relationship is over and it hurt you so much, and you're not admitting how much it actually affected you. You are not admitting how much this relationship affected you. This person, if they're no longer here, some of you could have lost a person, okay? They could have, you could have had a death and lost a person, and you're not honest with how much this has truly hurt you. Others of you who are, you could still be in a relationship. You don't have to be, but you're still hurt from a past relationship or the current one, and it's causing you to not respect your sexual boundaries, okay? Or this is just you off balance sexually. Like, this is either some of you having too much, like, this is, when I say, like, it's meaningless sex, okay? And you have the right to do whatever you want with your body, okay? I'm not here to tell you that. All I'm saying is that when we give too much of ourselves away, it depletes from ourselves. We do, that made no sense, but you know what I mean. We take, that energy is meant for us. That is sacred sexual energy. And it's like, it can be considered life force, okay? Some consider it to be life force. Some can, feel like the life force is more in your chi, which is your solar plexus. And I wouldn't say that either one of those are wrong. There's actually truth to both of those, okay? But your sexual energy is so important, especially when you're trying to heal. So if you're not overly active sexually, and this could be, for some of you, a very small, giving too much of your energy and your power away to like porn, and there's some sort of porn addiction there, or a sexual addiction, or some of you just are not having sexual energy at all, okay? You're not having sexual energy at all. You completely shut it down. And you haven't been honest with yourself about how much this situation, this relationship, this person affected you emotionally. It is affecting your everyday life. So you're putting on a facade that everything is fine when it's taking you, so from your perspective, it's taking you way too long to heal from this, right? Or you're just not doing anything about it. But from my perspective and from Spirit's perspective, you need to give yourself more time, okay? Who's to say how long it will take you to heal from what it is that you're going through? Because some of you you're already You've already lost this person, this connection, this situation. And some of you are in it and you feel like you're losing them now. This also could be you losing yourself, your sexuality. You could just be promiscuous and be single. So it can mean that too, okay? This is meant for more than one person, okay? So take what resonates and leave the rest. And if this is not resonating with you now already, from beginning to right now, go ahead and don't watch it anymore. Pick another pile. This is not your pile. I set that intention in the beginning of the video for a specific reason. So if this is not resonating with you at this point, go ahead and pick another pile, okay? Thank you, love you. But for those of you who this is resonating with, those multiple situations that we have going on, this would be, the facade is you not being honest with yourself, okay? We have sexual energy way out of balance, okay? It's like you know this, but you're in denial about it, okay? Like you're saying that you're fine and you're not. You're sacrificing way too much of yourself for this one thing. Way too much of yourself is going to this one thing. I feel like you were given many of chances, okay? By your higher self, by spirit, by just like you were given the opportunity more than once to do something more positive or go in a different direction or like, I feel like you are choosing to stay stuck in this energy. Something's keeping you here, okay? Something's keeping you here. You did not choose wisely, and I'm sorry to tell you, okay? Pile number 4, you were given the opportunity. Now, everything is a choice, okay? What we allow will continue, and what's continuing, we have allowed, right? So it's like you're doing this to yourself, and we all do this. We are all our own worst enemy, okay? And I don't know if I told you, this is from chicken burning, or not burn. I burnt myself making fried chicken, which I won't be doing for a very long time. It's super ugly, but it doesn't hurt, so I'm okay. Triumph, success, but you will be successful. So they keep showing me the number 7, okay? And I see this has been a long journey for you, pile number 4, okay? Out of 1 to 10, you're at a 7 of almost being done until you get to your new beginnings, okay? It's like when you get to the end of this, you're going to be so sick of feeling this way that you're going to cut the tie to it. I don't know what that sound was. Like a, you know what I'm saying? Like a like the sword. Okay? You're going to be done with it. It's going to be like one last round of emotional, like just, ugh. And you're going to like throw it up, metaphorically speaking, and purge it like in that last little shebang, if that makes sense for you. I also feel like this will be happening when you surround yourself. Either you're going to be in water or you'll be near water, because what the water does for you is that it pulls those emotions out of you. It pulls those emotions out of you. Yeah, because you lost a partnership. You lost somebody very close to you. And there's the 2 people here. There's somebody here that's trying to help you. And I feel like you waved your flag like, I need help, right? It's like they saw that you needed help and they're trying to help you, but it's like you're not letting them help you. It's one of those people that you try to say you're fine to, and they know that you're not fine, and they're trying to help you. It's like you're halfway there to reaching out to their help, but I can tell you right now, power number 4, it will benefit you greatly to reach out to their help. No suffering in silence, okay? This facade of I'm a big girl, and for the guys, like, I'm a grown man, that facade of I'm a grown man, or like I'm a big girls don't cry. I got that song in my head for some reason. Most of my audience is females. You don't necessarily have to be, obviously, okay? If you're a man, it's like you were taught, like, men don't cry. It's like you just got, you're very traditional, and you don't want to seem like you don't want to, for some reason, like, I feel like your family line, okay? This was another one of the piles. I don't want to say it, but if you were drawn to more than one pile, go ahead and pick that pile as well, because there's a message in there for you too. It's kind of similar, these messages. In your family, there could have been the authority figures in your family, auntie, uncle, mom, dad, whatever, okay? Your guardian, your caregiver. Was very traditional and was a person very stern, very strict. Like, the traditional doesn't say much, but will, punish, and was like, real men, they don't cry. And if you're a female, then they were more like, crying never got you anywhere. We don't cry in this family. Something along the lines of that. Okay, so you put on this facade because at one time it served you, just like all facades. At one point in time, it serves us, okay? But it's no longer serving your highest good. So you really got to let this go. You're human, and you have feelings, and you have emotions, and you need healing. And also, who's to say how long this healing should last? There's no way somebody can tell you how long healing can last. So I feel like for a lot of you, this could be a loved one. This could be a partner that you lost. You could have gotten divorced, okay? I got the numbers 5 and 7 again, 5 and 7, also 3 and 1, for years, okay, for how long this has happened for you. Those are years because more than one person is watching. Anyways, this person, you could have just lost them, you're about to lose them, or they passed, okay? Excuse me. My allergies have been acting up very bad lately. Anyways, you also could have, your finances could have changed with this loss, or they're going to change with this loss, and you're not being honest with yourself, so if it hasn't, pile number 4, if this has not happened to you yet and you feel like you're about to go through like a breakup and you feel it coming because you're not being honest, or the partner's not being honest, you're worried about your finances and not being able to do it alone. You're acting as if you know what you're going to do and you really don't know what you're going to do, okay? That was a specific message for those of you that it hasn't happened yet, but you know that you guys are about to break up or separate, something like that, okay? That message was specifically for you guys. Now, for others of you, you feel like you've been struggling, okay, since you've been alone like this. You feel like you've been struggling. And also for some of you, I feel like there's this new partner that's trying to get you up out of this stuck energy. And they can see that you still have wounds from the past relationship. They can see how much you sacrifice, and they can see right through it. They can tell how badly this is hurting you, and they're trying to help you get up out of it. But because you're acting as if there's nothing wrong, this person can't really help you very much, okay? So put that where it fits, guys. This person can't really help you if you're in constant denial about it. Yeah. So we have a new partner coming, a new person or that is already in your life, okay? Trying to help you and plant a seed with you, but you're kind of like you're self-sabotaging. And then for those of you who don't have this person yet, this person is coming after, okay? After you are honest with yourself and heal. There's somebody new coming in for you. Somebody new coming in for you guys. Oh, yeah, you're good. So if you're seeing a lot of ones, okay, that's a sign. Pay attention to what it is that you are seeing, feeling, doing in that moment. Yep, first chakra, Archangel Michael. This is out of balance, okay? For some reason, this loss was so severe, like you don't even feel like you belong anywhere else for some reason. And this is a false belief system, okay? Healer of the ages. You have Yeshua energy here. Lots of archangels. Mother Mary is also here too. Healer of the ages. And you also, let me tell you something about you, pile number 4. This wasn't necessarily supposed to be about this, but I'm going to honor the message that comes through. You're a healer, okay? You're going through a lot of this stuff because through your trials and tribulations, you're going to transmute all this shadow, and you're going to turn it into success and victory, okay? You're going to use it to help people in the future, and you can make money from this, okay? Kind of like what I'm doing, right? So you're meant to help people once you get through this. That's why you're being supported so deeply. I wouldn't say deeply. That's why you are being supported so much from the other side, okay? Yeah, you got these shackles on yourselves. You got yourself in this cage. You need to make a choice. Okay? You need to make a choice. Okay? No more denial. Okay? Admit that you may need help. I feel like you're put on this facade that you're okay and you want to do it alone. You want to heal alone. You want to figure it out alone. But I can tell you, we were not put on this earth to do things alone. Okay? You're allowed to ask for help, and there's people that be willing to help you, whether it's money or just someone to talk to, okay? No more suffering in silence. Make a decision that you're worth someone being there for you. And you are not required to do everything by yourself. I'm yelling at you. Yes, I am. Actually, I'm yelling at you, pile number 4. You're not meant to do everything by yourself. Let people help you, okay? 6 of Pentacles. Yes, okay. So also you are somebody that's capable of making money and providing for yourself and your family. You are, okay? You are absolutely capable. You have these worries, but at the end of the day, you will notice that you're always taken care of, okay? Pile number 4. So the facade is you admitting that you need help and then seeking that help and allowing others to help you. As far as the crown chakra goes, I'm also going to say you need to trust your intuitive hints and trust how connected you are to spirit, because spirit is always giving you messages. I feel like some of you could be psychic, also some possible mediums when your soul is ready. Okay, these are gifts that you had in past lives. So pile number 4, if you want to, I can send you, if you leave a comment below what pile you picked, I can send you crown chakra frequency music, mantras, and guided meditations to help heal that crown chakra for you, okay? I love you so much. Like, share, subscribe. Send this video to somebody if you know they would benefit from the message. I am offering personal readings. My information will be in the description box below. Thank you so much for trusting me, and I love you guys. Thank you. Bye.